One day we'll be professional enough to where we have like a set intro and like, like this is how we need to start every show and something like that. But until
Like,
then,
back to Herman Raj.
yeah,
Yeah, got you.
something like that. But for now, it's
Got you.
just us. Okay.
Yes, just us.
So we're both tired, so we're gonna try and get right into it. So
Yeah.
we ready to do the intro?
Let's do the intro.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Dibbity dabbity dibbity doo. Dibbity dabbity dibbity doo. Dibbity dabbity dibbity doo. Intro music.
And it's time for some college football picks.
Let's do it.
Tonight, obviously just Friday night, there is one game going, but tomorrow's the day we all want to get to.
Yes.
And Raj, I hang TVs and stuff for a living. I had a customer that needed a TV hung on Saturday because that's when he gets back into town. And I was like, when do you get back?
Time?
He was like, I get back about 3 or 4. I was like,
what?
Not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen. You're already busy by then.
Yes. So, you might get me at 9 or 10.
Right.
2:30, everything's done.
Yeah.
So.
Unfortunately for him, but
the top 25 game tonight, since we are recording this right before it happens, Oregon State at Washington. Washington was ranked for a few minutes earlier this year.
Yeah.
Both teams are 6-2. You kind of got to think Washington takes this one at home, or you kind of got to not really care that much.
Yeah, and the line isn't that big. It's Washington by 4.5. They're playing at home. Yeah, I guess Washington was doing a lot better earlier in the season, but they had 2 losses. So yeah, I'm gonna take Washington at home, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Meaning, AK, we don't care that much. That's what that was. That's what that was. I can sense that. You're like, Washington.
Next game. And I feel this way for the next game. Ohio State Northwestern.
Oh, this could just be. So the real question is, does Ohio State cover the 38 or not?
I don't think they do.
I'm gonna say yes.
You think so?
Wait.
1-7.
Big favorite alert. Big favorite alert. Big favorite alert. Ohio State.
All right.
At least for the first half, they cover it for sure. And the game, I could see it just because I don't believe in Northwestern's offense enough.
They don't believe. Apparently, Northwestern doesn't believe in Northwestern. They're 1-7 right now, so nothing is going right. And this is not really typical of them. Of course, we both picked Ohio State to win. Herb says they cover. I don't think so. I think maybe they win by 30, but not 38.
Wow. So like 40-10?
Yeah, that could work. No, they're going to score more than 40. They're going to score
50-20?
Now, see, the way you're making it seem now is like, now they can cover because I don't think Northwestern is going to score that much, but Ohio State is going to score like Ohio State's going to score about 50. So I'm changing my mind. Due to Herb's analytics, I'm going to say they do cover because I think it's going to be like a 55 to like 14 type of game.
Right.
Yeah.
My analytics. I thought that was just for if you want to go for it on 4th down or not, but no.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Another game that I'm rooting for Tulane. They're 7-1. It'd be nice to see them go to a good bowl, but they're playing Tulsa. I mean, Tulane's gonna win, and I don't know.
I have Tulane covering. Yeah.
TCU probably feeling a little bit snubbed in this whole playoff rankings. Still undefeated at home against Texas Tech.
Yep.
I think they come out with a big statement in this one.
I think so too, and I think they cover, and I think this is what they need to kind of bolster kind of increase their status and whatever, increase the rankings as well. So
this is the time of year where you see those games where it's like a 30-point blowout at the end, and the starters are still in because you're like, hey, we need to make it look better for the playoff committee.
What's funny is this is the same Texas Tech team that beat Texas earlier this year, so it's like you don't know what to get. And again, I've mentioned this several times about these Big 12 games. You don't know what's going to go on. TCU, I don't think TCU is going to end up undefeated, to be honest. I don't know who they're going to lose to, but I think they're going to lose to somebody.
Yeah, they've been playing with fire every week, so no, I think they do lose. And that's no disrespect for TCU. I think one team finally gets them. That's it. Yeah,
and if you play with fire long enough, you're going to get burned.
It was the delivery. Like, when you said it, I was like, oh, God, here it comes.
North Carolina at Virginia tomorrow. North Carolina is 7-1. Virginia is 3-5. North Carolina is favored by a touchdown. I think North Carolina covers.
I do too. I think they go on the road. I think they put up big points. They put up enough points to where their defense can't let them down, and they win that game.
I agree. It's a decent analysis. Sorry.
Syracuse at Pittsburgh, man. Yeah,
Syracuse is coming off what, 2 losses in a row?
Not hire another co-host? Like what the heck?
I know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, it's just me.
Syracuse went from the highest of highs at a chance to beat Clemson, and now they're in a free fall. I think Pittsburgh gets them again and just. Sorry, Kerry. We apologize for picking against your team, but things are just not good right now.
I'm going with Pitt too, and I think after this, Syracuse will no longer be ranked, unfortunately. But they did it to themselves. I was really hoping they would beat Clemson a few weeks ago. I think they had that game right there, but they kind of let it slip through their fingers. But I think they're going to lose another one tomorrow.
I agree. Michigan State at Illinois. Did you ever? If I told you beginning of the year one of these two teams would be ranked by would be favored by 16,
I would say Michigan State
easily.
Yeah.
How far have they fallen?
Illinois has primarily been a basketball school, but they're 7-1 right now, favored by 16 points. I got to go with Illinois in this game. I don't think they cover. I think it's going to be a closer game than we expect, but I do think Illinois is going to win.
Right, I do. I think so too. I can see something like 21-10, something goofy like that.
Yeah.
Kansas at Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State was like a couple plays away from being undefeated. Now it's 6-2.
Yeah,
and it's a pick'em game, which means I think I got to take Kansas at home to kind of bounce back here.
I'm anti-Herb alert. Anti-Herb alert. Anti-Herb alert. I'm picking Oklahoma State to win the game. An anti-Herb alert is only me just picking the other team simply because you picked one. That's all.
Wow. So there's no
analysis. No, I'm just picking the opposite of what you picked.
Yeah. I should be so insulted right now. Oregon and Colorado. Oregon wins.
Oregon wins. Oh, they're favored by 31.5. Yeah. Bo Nix is looking hot. Bo Nix. Is he
Penn State? So Penn State at Indiana is the next game. Penn State is ranked number 15, despite losing to the two best teams it has played. I think they bounce back and win this game. I think Penn State is trying to be the third best team on whatever side that is. Are they the legends and leaders or whatever? I don't know. Anyway, Penn State.
I got Penn State in that game.
Yep. UCF at Memphis.
I'm going with UCF to win.
I guess it's scary that this line is only 3 though, because we did that last week. I think with Wake and they got smoked. So but I'll take UCF.
I got UCF covering in that game.
Interesting game. Texas at K-State. A Texas win, I think, puts half of the Big 12 at 6-3 or something.
Right, and I just don't know what to think about this one because I've liked Quinn Ewers all season, every season. Well, the games that he's played, I think he's looked pretty good, and I think with him having the ball in his hands, Texas has a pretty bright future. Even though they have Archie Manning coming next year. I don't know, but Kansas State has looked good this year too. But I'm gonna go with Texas in this game. I think Texas is gonna win this game.
Anti-Raj alert. Anti-Raj alert.
Wow.
Anti-Raj alert. Just kidding. I was gonna pick K-State anyway. I'm taking them at home.
You're taking K-State at home?
Yeah, I'm taking K-State at home.
I can respect that.
Yes, you have to. Because I'm the bigger brother and older. Been on this planet longer. Arizona at Utah. I just always take Utah at home.
Me too. I got Cam Rising and Utah at home, and I think they cover.
Yeah. Clemson at Notre Dame. That would be an interesting game.
I was about to say, this could be another interesting one. The line is Clemson by 4. It's in South Bend. I think I'm going to do it.
Do it.
Upset alert. I'm taking Notre Dame at home.
Same here.
I thought Clemson was going to lose a game somewhere in the season. It hasn't happened yet, but I think it happens tomorrow night.
I agree. I'm going to go with Notre Dame at the house.
Yep, I do too.
And I also think Clubber Lane gets in this game somehow.
He might, because I think Clemson's going to be down. They're going to need to spark somewhere.
Yep. Michigan at Rutgers. I don't even see a line on that.
Me either. Is it that bad? Rutgers scored 4.
I mean, we're picking Michigan by infinite amount of points.
Yeah.
Wake Forest at NC State. Offense versus defense.
Yeah.
Wade was abysmal last week. I think what did I say, like 8 turnovers in one quarter, including 2 pick sixes.
That was horrible. I don't think they're going to repeat that same type of performance tomorrow. But I still have North Carolina State at home. I'm
going to take Wake Forest on the road. I just think they'll score more points. NC State has a good defense, but they have a habit of not being able to put anyone away.
Right.
Cal at USC.
USC. We both got USC in that game.
Yeah, and UCLA over Arizona State.
I'm gonna go with UCLA and DTR. I like that quarterback. He's fast. He's got a good arm on him. He's really, really agile, really, really versatile, really, really mobile. I like UCLA in that game.
You just like saying UCLA.
I do like saying UCLA.
All right, over to the SEC where the real fun begins.
Da-da-da!
I guess we'll cover all the games outside the big dogs first, and then go to the big dogs. How about that?
All right, hold on.
So you got Florida and Texas A&M. A&M actually favored by 3. If A&M wins this game, Florida and A&M both have 4 and 5 records and are scrambling for bowls.
I'm gonna pick A&M simply because they're at home, and I think that Connor Weigman guy, he didn't look that bad last week, to be honest with you. But they really need to find their starting quarterback going.
Did you ever think that would be?
He has a pretty good game tomorrow.
Did you ever think that would be a compliment? He didn't look that bad. Like that's the best thing.
I mean, Haynes King isn't getting the job done. They got to do something at the quarterback position.
Yeah, and at the coaching position, but that's a whole nother thing to say. So, Kentucky and Missouri. How far has Kentucky fallen?
I can't even measure it. All right, sorry. I think Kentucky bounces back, but I even said this about Kentucky though. I think Kentucky has had they usually have a favorable schedule early on in the season, which is why they get ranked as high as they do. I forgot. I mean, what was it, like 11th and 12th? I think that was the highest they ranked, and then they end up playing some teams that are actually good. They lose those games, and that's pretty much how the season is every year. But I think they beat Missouri tomorrow.
I'm gonna go with Missouri home just because they're being spunky lately.
Okay. Spunky.
Liberty at Arkansas.
I'm going to go with Arkansas and KJ.
Yeah, same here. Hugh Freeze is already trying to get to the Auburn job, so he's probably not paying much attention to this.
He doesn't care about this one.
Auburn and Mississippi State. Of course we're picking Mississippi State.
We're both picking Mississippi State at home, yes.
And then South Carolina over Vandy on the road?
I guess so. It's hard to tell with South Carolina sometimes, but I think they can win this one.
Yeah, probably the best game going to be happening tomorrow night at 6:30.
So, which one do you want to talk about first? Tennessee and Georgia, or the other game that's happening at 6:30?
Well, that one's happening at 6.
Whatever.
Let's go Alabama LSU first because the other one's the big dog. So did you ever think you'd have a game with the number 6 and number 10 ranked team, and that's the second best game?
I did not, and I didn't think LSU would be this ranked this high when we played them.
Not after the Florida State game for sure.
Exactly. This could be an interesting game. The only thing that really makes me nervous about this game is the fact that it is a road game, and we haven't been a good road team in the recent years. Other than that, when you look at the numbers, though, I just feel like we have the better team on both sides of the ball. We have the intangibles, and one thing that I'm looking forward to seeing is Eli Ricks tomorrow. I hope he starts. I hope he plays the entire game, and I hope he plays as a lockdown corner. So. I don't know. With that said, I think Alabama could cover. I think it's going to be an interesting start, kind of go back and forth a little bit, but then Alabama pulls away in the second half.
I agree. Analysis. LSU quarterback has made great strides this year, but I don't think he's the passer that he needs to be yet to beat Alabama. But
he's mobile. We're gonna make him run a little bit, but we're gonna make him uncomfortable too. So
gonna try. I mean, he has, like I said, I've seen a great improvement in him from the beginning of this year to now. Like in the next couple of years, he's going to be scary, I think.
I do, and I agree on that. And I do want to make one more prediction in this. Alabama will have a pick 6 tomorrow night.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
6.
Okay. Like, are we going to on defense or offense?
We will. It will be our defense running the ball.
Okay. You never know anymore.
You're right.
Kind of scary.
All right, now to the big afternoon game. Tennessee at Georgia. It's in Athens. Georgia's favored by 9 points now.
I
think that line has kind of fluctuated, hasn't it? It was like, wasn't it 8.5 or 8.5?
Yeah, 8.5, 9. But that's like, first off, if I was that so inclined, I'd have to take Tennessee.
Right. I already remember. I've already picked Tennessee to win this game, so I'm sticking with my initial.
So you're not wavering off of that.
I'm not wavering. I got Tennessee in this one.
Yeah. I just feel like it's their year. I feel like they're just a little more consistent.
Right.
It's interesting that Georgia probably needs this game a little bit more. They need to beat this team and get to SC championship. Tennessee could have some other factors go into play. Georgia's best win, I guess, so far right now is Oregon. So they need Oregon to keep winning too, but you never know with the Pac-12. Man, I just tend to now pick offense over defense in these kind of games. Man, and that's why I gotta go with Tennessee. But man, I already told you earlier somebody wanted me to hang a TV at 3. Like, that's just not happening.
It's not gonna happen.
I promise you, I will be in front of the TV at 2:30, and that is,
I just feel like, Georgia has a better defense, but if this game comes down to a shootout like it did with Alabama, Tennessee's going to be able to put up more points.
Yeah.
Simple as that. So I'm going to go with Tennessee. And then that, as long as everything plays out right for Alabama, then that'll set up a rematch in Atlanta for the SEC championship.
If you're Alabama, you got to get by these next 2 games, and you can't overlook anything going on with LSU.
That's true.
Probably one of the most improved teams in the country. So
yeah, I agree.
All right, viewers guide time.
All right.
So if you're so inclined and you want to get up at 10:30, you can watch the Service Academies, Air Force versus Army. It will not be an exciting game, but it will be a patriotic game.
You're more than welcome to do that.
Yes. So at 11, I guess if you're in the South, you'll watch Florida, Texas A&M.
Yeah.
If you're not, maybe you watch TCU, Texas Tech to see some fireworks. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that might be the big game. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing else really to fill the time. Baylor and Oklahoma is a sneaky good game at 2 if you just want to flip on something at 2 while you're waiting for the big dog.
Right.
But, we know what you're doing at 2:30. It doesn't matter where you are in the country.
Tennessee and Georgia.
Yes. If you have a second TV and you want to watch something during halftime, maybe you do Kansas, Oklahoma State, I guess.
What time is that one?
2:30.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's Tennessee, Georgia.
Yeah, you're not really turning away from that unless you have to really use the bathroom.
Wow. At 6 o'clock, you got to watch Alabama,
LSU, but
Texas and K-State might be your second pick.
Yep, I agree. And then at 6:30, don't forget you have Clemson, Notre Dame.
Yeah, you need three TVs out or something at this point.
Yeah.
And at 6:30 is also Florida State, Miami, which is probably terrible scheduling if you're the ACC.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you have that?
Nobody's going to. Right. So somebody's getting fired tomorrow.
Yeah. Are you going to do it? Are you going to fire him?
No. I still got Bob, and that's the only person I'm really authorized to fire, and I'm not going to fire him. I'm not going to let you go. So right now I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't have these 2 games at the same time. I understand the records for Florida State, Miami, but that's still like a huge game. Name-wise at least. So.
Yeah.
And then Wake Forest and NC State is 7. So after you're finished with all the 6 o'clock games, you can catch the end of that game.
Yeah, I agree.
And then if you want to stay up for some Pac-12 after dark, you can watch USC run all over Cal.
Or the Uncle Arizona State game.
You just like saying UNCLA.
I do.
If they're on a bye, you're like UNCLA versus the bye.
UNCLA versus the bye. All right.
Alrighty. So I guess that's it.
That is it.
And we're tired, so we're going to bed.
And if you guys can't tell, we are both pretty exhausted. We both had long days. Herb has had a really, really long day, so we kept this kind of short and sweet for you guys.
Yeah, because we still love you. So
we do. We love our fans.
All right, you ready to take us out?
Cue it in.
I think I'll take us out today.
So we're doing like a 1-and-1, like trading off here. Okay, I'll cue you in. Let's do it.
Can you handle that?
3.
Okay.
2, 1.
Wicked, can't see me. Wicked, can't see me. Wicked, can't see me. Outro music by Herbie. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.